والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أجمعين. I've chose some of the companions from the book called صور من حياة الصحابة, a sample of the Prophet ﷺ companions, written by Dr Abdulrhaman Albasha. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on him. It's a great book. It's written in Arabic in great details. You find it in the markets, in the shops. Even you could find some of them on PDF format online, inshallah. If you write صور من حياة الصحابة in Arabic, it will come up. The companions I've chosen to talk about today is a name that I think many people did not even hear about. His name is Thumamah Bin Uthal. And his story is different than many other people, and there's something that he will do in the story that is, I think it will be very first time many people have ever heard of. في السنة السادسة للهجرة عزم رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم على أن يوسع نطاق دعوته إلى الله، فكتب إلى 8 ملوك العرب والعجم وبعث بها إليهم يدعوهم إلى الله. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم on the 6th year of the Hijrah, he written to 8 of the kings of Arabia and Persia and also Rome, of the Roman kings, Caesar and Kisra and other Arabian kings. He written to them to invite them to Islam. And among the people that he sent to was Thumamah Bin Uthal. This man was the king of Yamama and the king of a group of people or clans called Bani Hanifa. Yamama is located, if I'm correct, located in the northeast of Medina, in the central of Arabia, of the center of Jazeera al-Arabiya. The Prophet ﷺ invited him to Islam. However, the invitation, the way he received the invitation of the Prophet ﷺ was no surprise for a king of Arab people at that particular time. He was overtaken by the shaitan and was so angry how this man calls him to his religion. How dare he speak to me like this? This kind of attitude, which is arrogant, that comes from shaitan. And shaitan actually overtook his brain and everything. However, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants khair for him at the end of the day. When he took that decision, he didn't only stop there. However, he decided to go and also attack the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He wasn't able to attack the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam for a way or another because he wasn't, even if he was protected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he didn't get the chance. Yeah. However, he was able to attack and capture some of the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And when he got them, he killed them in a bad way, in a horrible way. Just for one reason. They followed that religion and they accepted that new religion. And they are followers of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So his hand had the blood of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam companions. And his anger and eager to kill the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was there. He chose and he took the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam as his enemy, while the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was trying just to invite him to his religion, to this new religion, Islam, to call to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. However, this king decided one day to travel to Mecca to do the tawaf, and do the umrah and worship and slaughter for the idols that all the Arab people used to slaughter to. And he got ready, and then he prepared himself. He took his she-camel and he began traveling. To go to Mecca, he had to travel beside Medina, not through Medina, but beside Medina, closer to Medina. So while he's traveling, the Prophet ﷺ in Medina, he always used to command some of his companions to go and circulate to protect the Medina from any enemy, to go and circulate, army unit will go around the Medina to protect it and see if there's anyone who will be planning to attack Medina, to warn the people of Medina. So this unit happened to see Thumamah traveling through the desert. At this point, we don't know if Thumamah was by himself or he might have some people with him, but he was captured by this unit and he was taken to inside Medina. And inside Medina, they chained him on a tree near the mosque of the Prophet ﷺ until the Prophet ﷺ take decision on him. So they chained him there, and then when the Prophet ﷺ was about coming up, he came out from his house, going to the mosque, he noticed the man that chained on the tree. So the Prophet ﷺ looked at them, and he looked at the man, and he said to the companions, "Do you know the man that you captured today?" And the companion said, "Allah wa rasuluhu a'lam." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messengers only know. He didn't tell us who he was. So the Prophet ﷺ, "You captured Thumamah Bin Uthal, the king of Bani Hanifa, the king of Yamama." The companions, they were surprised that actually the man they captured, it was actually an honorable man. The Prophet ﷺ, instead of going to the mosque, he decided to go back. Before even he spoke to Thumamah, he went back to his house and he asked his wife to give him whatever food they have. So he collected some food and then he brought it to Thumamah and he gave it to him. And then he went and he asked the companions to milk some, camel, and then they gave him the milk. And he said to the companions, all this, he's not even talking to Thumamah, and he said to the companions, "Make sure we bring him food and milk day and night. Make sure you look after him." And the Prophet ﷺ went into his mosque, doing his prayer, giving his lecture, doing his normal thing every day. And then he walked up from the mosque, went to his house, not talking to Thumamah. And he continued doing this for a couple of days. After 2 days, the Prophet ﷺ came to Thumamah and he said to him, "Ya Thumamah, ma indak?" Or he said to him, "Ma indaka ya Thumamah?" What have you got, ya Thumamah? What do you have? So Thumamah, this honorable man, king of an honorable clan called Bani Hanifa, said to the Prophet ﷺ, "Indi khayrun ya Muhammad, indi ya Muhammadu khayra." That's what he said. فإن تقتل ذا دم وإن تنعم على شاكر وإن كنت تريد المال فسل تعطى. Simple words. He said to him, "Indi, I have khair, I've got good things, Muhammad. If you kill me, you kill someone who got blood in his hand. I killed some of you people. So it's fair, just. وإن تنعم, if you be honorable and generous for me and let me go free, I will be thankful. And if you want money, I'm a rich man, I'm able to give you the money there, so I will pay for myself for my freedom. So whatever you like." Then the Prophet ﷺ left him. He left him for a couple of days. Same thing. The food is coming to him, and the Prophet ﷺ passing him in and out from the mosque for 5 times of the prayers, while Thumamah is looking at him all that time. And the Prophet, and he see him talking to his people, he see him giving advice, and the Prophet ﷺ is not talking to him. Then the following, after 2 days, the Prophet came to him again, and he said to him, "Ma indaka ya Thumamah?" Simple question again, no more question. Then Thumamah repeated the same thing. He said to him, "Indi khayrun ya Muhammad. فإن تقتل دم." If you kill someone's got blood in his hand. وإن تنعم على شاكر. And if you free, I'll be thankful. And if you want money, I'm a rich man, I'm able, I'll give you money. He repeated the same thing. And the Prophet ﷺ didn't say anything. He just walked off. The following day, the Prophet came back to him and he said to him, "Ma indaka ya Thumamah?" Then Thumamah said exactly the same thing, how he said before. "In taqtul da dam." If you kill someone who's got blood in his hand. وَإِن تُنْعِمْ عَلَى شَاكِرٍ. If you set me free, I'll be thankful to you. And if you want money, I'll pay for my freedom. Then the Prophet ﷺ looked at his companions and he said to them, "أطلقوا ثمامة." set Thumamah free. No talk. So simple. No more conversation. The Prophet ﷺ acting on the Quran that he's been teaching the people. Yeah? And this is the way you treat, your prisoners of war. And this is how Islam's teaching us. This is his enemy. He killed his people. He killed his companion. He wanted to kill the Prophet ﷺ. And now he's under the Prophet ﷺ hand, and the Prophet ﷺ set him free. Thank you very much. Barakallahu feekum.